Hello guys and welcome to another with ZIMALETA. In today's video I actually would like to show you the unit that I just have purchased. This is a iCarsoft CR Plus vehicle diagnostic type of a scan tool. Obviously it says professional diagnostic tool CR Plus. Um, Currently we are looking at the official website for this unit. You could see I could scroll down here. Before I'm gonna take you further, I want to say a few things. I know you guys been seeing some of the links in the description below, like of some of my videos and stuff, and I was recommending iCarsoft MB2, and now I'm showing you this professional diagnostic tool CR Plus, and it says for multi-brand vehicles. And I know some of you guys might be a little bit confused. Some of you guys probably looking at that MB2 unit and you're like thinking, what good is this? Is this like the best? Should I get this or should I get something else? And I'm pretty sure there's going to be like a lot of confusion, a lot of like misconception with these type of units. I myself had a dialogue with a couple of my viewers on the phone and stuff like that. And you know, we were looking at the MB2 units and we look at the version 2.0, which I will show in this little video. The actual, you know, like pictures of that unit and stuff like that. It does look a little bit different. And it's a little bit confusing because I had to actually do a lot of research myself to find out, you know, like what's the difference. I watched some YouTube videos as well, and the problem is there's not a lot of good videos to actually show you kind of like all these different units and what they talk about. Like a lot of guys, they just record the actual iCarsoft little computer. They're pressing buttons. They're not even talking. They're not even saying anything. They're not like doing any comparisons. So this is kind of like one thing that I would like to do in this video, except I'm very limited to what I could do. And what I mean by that is I just purchased this type of unit and I haven't tried it physically. But according to my actual research that I've done today and reading at a lot of Amazon type of comments and, you know, questions and stuff like that, I've noticed that a few people said that this is better than MB2. This does read all the models. Some of those people that bought this thing had the MB2, they returned it and they got this instead, and they're saying that it scans everything fine for the Mercedes and stuff like that, which is a little bit more reassuring for me to actually buy this little unit, because I'm kind of thinking, okay, I could have the MB2 but all these other models and stuff like that. And you guys might be wondering, okay, well, like what's the price difference? Well guys, basically like $149 is for MB2, and this little unit you could actually pick up for $209 on Amazon. But check this out before we actually continue, okay? This is the official iCarsoft type of website, okay? And they're listing this little unit here, as you could clearly see. I will actually go at a slower pace as well, but look at the price that they're actually asking for this unit, $369.95. And you could clearly see this is iCarsoft. This is their official website. So I'm kind of like wondering, okay, like what's the deal? What is the difference? Why are they selling this thing for so much money? And you could actually pick it up on Amazon for $209, which I will leave a link in the description below. I don't know what the deal is with this. If you guys do, let me know. But all the research that I've done, it clearly is the same type of unit. It does exactly the same stuff. You could see everything that it does here. And if you want, you could, you know, pause this and stuff like that. Um, but guys, look at all these vehicles that it does right here. And while you're actually looking at this, let me tell you something about this little unit, okay? And I know what you guys wondering. You're like wondering, like, what can it do? You know, can I do certain things on it? For most of us, when we're driving and like we're expediting stuff like that, and we get a problem, okay, it is very important that we could actually diagnose this problem. We could actually find out like what is this problem about, especially when it comes to transmission. Because if your transmission goes into limp mode, you cannot deliver your load, because your van is going to be driving about 30 miles an hour and you're already going to be reaching about 4,000 RPMs. if you cannot delete the actual limp mode. And to me, it's very important to delete it and get the load to its destination if you are loaded. However, if you're not loaded, then maybe you want to get home and stuff. You don't want to get like a mechanic to try to work on your vehicle, because it's going to cost a lot of money. Obviously, trying to delete the code will not actually solve your issue, but it will allow you to get home. And that is the beauty of it. That is what's actually important. Now, according to some of the research I've done, like the MB unit was doing like so much. Like it had like all these things that it was doing. I'm not gonna actually get into it and stuff like that. And to me, I'm kind of like wondering, okay, like this has all the different brands and stuff. Is it still, like really like extensive? Does it really go into like deep into the Mercedes stuff when you choose the Mercedes, or is it still somehow limited? Maybe you could do some stuff, but you can't do other stuff. All this I will try to find out. I'm gonna try to get together with my friend that actually has the MB2, and we're gonna try to do some comparisons, probably like over the phone if we're not gonna be able to like meet and stuff, and we're gonna be able to see if we are able to access the different type of systems in here, because Mercedes is very, I guess, like brand specific when you're trying to scan the codes, and it's very important to actually have the Mercedes type of proper diagnostic tool, because if you don't, it's just not gonna read the codes correctly and stuff. Um, like the Zurich type of unit that I bought from Harbor Tools, it was giving me all the generic information, stuff like that, but even though it was able to read the ABS and SRS codes, it was not able to read the Benz specific codes. So I'm not actually able to connect for my ABS system, in my Mercedes. It doesn't even read it. So it was like a little bit misleading to me, because I'm wondering like, why is this unit says I could connect ABS, but it does not read it? Is there something wrong with my unit? According to all the research I've done, if the computer does not read your ABS, then your computer failed. Okay, but I've been hearing that too much, guys, over the years. It's like everything's a computer just because a unit cannot connect to Benz. It's like, oh, your computer's bad. Not necessarily. You just need a right type of reader and stuff. Now, I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about iCarsoft from a lot of my viewers and stuff. They're actually using it. This is actually how I found out about it. Specifically, Dimitri, he actually pointed out. He's like, hey, you could actually get iCarsoft. It's pretty cheap, and it's gonna read your MB codes. And this actually is fairly easy to use. But then again, this just does basically the reading and deleting, like and resetting and stuff, and including some stuff that I haven't actually had to deal with, like resetting your steering wheel and stuff, or like resetting, like the other stuff, like your steering wheel might lock up and stuff, or your shifter, it's going to actually like unlock it and stuff like that. Which it still would, I would actually need to test it to find out for sure. Now, in the packaging, this is actually what you're supposed to receive here. There's like this little interesting thing here, TF card reader, which is like basically like USB to SD card reader, type of adapter, which is pretty interesting. But you can see kind of like all the stuff that's in there. So for the most part, for this unit, this is it. Now you might be kind of like wondering why get this and maybe like not something that like really professional for $1,500, $2,000, $3,000. There's all kinds of units out there, and I'm gonna tell you why, guys. When you're like when you're driving and stuff, and you just need to quickly scan your tools, having something like this expense, and there's all kinds of different ones. Most of the stuff, the good stuff that I actually seen, and I'm actually going to be picking up this unit myself, requires a laptop. Now if you have to like pull a laptop out, you want to make sure this is charged, and you have to turn it on, and then you plug that unit in. It's a really extensive, it's like a big process. So to try to just scan and find out what the code is and delete it, it's not really logical to try to like mess with the laptop. I think this is what like way better to find out like, okay, like this is the problem, and then you kind of like know what to do.